welcome your host of Bombing Run, General A.A. Ron.
Thank you. I'm General A.A. Ron. And it's time for everyone's favorite comedian game show, Bombing Run. The rules of Bombing Run are simple. Each comedian combatant gets to do their 5-minute set, while the mysterious comedian judge will be looking for their setup punch and their appearance in front of a live studio audience. Warning comedian combatants. If you say the F or C word, phrase the F-bomb will come down and bomb your set, and you cannot be Joker or Ace. All right? So, I want you to please welcome our mysterious comedian judge for tonight, Judge Juggernaut, everybody! Judge Juggernaut! Yes. Well, they apparently missed the NFL draft. Not sure. But they are a comedian. They've been in the business long enough, so they know what they're looking for in this game. So let's meet our comedian combatant contestants, shall we? Say that 3 times fast. Contestant number 1.
Hi, I'm Josh Postel. I'm from New York.
All right. Let's give it up for him. Let's go to contestant number 2.
Hello, my name is Twoscarves, also known as Dusti Jewel. I'm originally from Kentucky, but I reside in Tacoma, Washington. Thank you.
Sweet. And now contestant number 3.
My name is Ryan Jobs, son of Steve, first in my name, worker of jobs, creator of content, the Steve Jobs of content creation out of the great state of Georgia in Atlanta.
Sweet. All right. These comedian combatants will be doing their jokes on Bombing Run to see who's Joker Ace. Okay, so battle stations, everyone to their battle stations. First comedian combatant to the stage is Joshua Postel, everybody. Yeah.
I'm Josh. I'm from New York. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what is that thing? Did Teddy Roosevelt, Super Mario, and the dude on the Pringles can't have a threesome and have a love child? Yeah. I'm a cosmic accident. I'm pretty much proof that the universe has a weird sense of humor. And I'm Jewish, but I'm terrible at it. I'm so bad at it that I screwed up my bar mitzvah.
Whoa.
Instead of reading from the Old Testament like you're supposed to, I was so petrified I puked all over the thing. My cousin's like, dude, what'd you do that for? I was like, I already filled up my yarmulke. What was left? I'm a big guy, but I get fat shamed in weird ways. I can't go to the beach anymore because I get chased by wildlife. I go in the ocean and suddenly I turn around and I'm being chased by manatees.
Oh.
And, but then, you say to yourself, well, considering the last time one of them tried to French kiss me, it's better than anything you find on Tinder. And it's gotten so bad that when I get on a plane, people try to board me.
Oh.
And it gets weird when they try checking baggage. And you don't want to know what the mess is like at baggage claim.
Oh.
And forget about going overseas. 2 words. Gives a whole new meaning to the term cavity search.
Yeah.
And the airlines are full of it. Because they'll abuse you, but the moment you get sick, they can't do enough for you. I'm in the bathroom. I'm screaming in pain. And the flight attendant's like, are you okay, sir? What did you eat? And I'm like, the salmonella tacos you sold us at LaGuardia, guys. Don't don't bother selling food in the airport. Just give me a bag of pretzels. It'll just choke on, put me out of my misery.
Mm.
I live in New York, and the city's back when people are coming up to you and trying to give you random stuff on the street that you don't want. Like someone tried to give me a prayer card that said Jesus loves you. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. He ghosted me on Tinder. And one of my buddies went down the QAnon crazy hole, and he's talking about like how they're trying to put a chip in your butt and it's the mark of the beast. Don't do it. And I'm like, with the vaccines and everything. And I'm like, dude, aren't you getting the Book of Revelation mixed up with a South Beach Coke party? And I'm like, dude, you're doing anal wrong. Just figured
No.
I'd point that out. I'd tell you to talk to your wife about it, but she's probably getting it from the mailman, given how nuts you are.
Oh.
And I'm Jewish and my best friend's Muslim, and people wonder how it works. I'm like, easy. We're both loud and neurotic. We both use as a verb. Everyone's like, what's the difference? Like, easy. One guy's got a secret thing for Jewish women, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with him.
Oh, geez.
And someone's like, aren't you worried he's going to do something? I'm like, no. He's on like his second arranged marriage. I say again, arranged marriage. That's not terrorism. That's masochism. There's a difference, people. Learn it. Thanks, everyone. I've been Josh Postel. Have a good night.
All right, let's give it up for Joshua Postel, everybody. And Joshua, where can we find you on social media?
On Instagram at BigJSH2709 and on Facebook under my name.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Joshua. You are awesome. All right, Judge Juggernaut is racing through and making the notes already. Okay, so yes, this is not the X-Men Comedy Club. No. Oh, okay, but you're ready to go. So our second comedian combatant to the stage, please give it up for Twoscarves, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I was at the store today. I had to be careful, saying the name of this show, looking the way I look. I'm Muslim. I'm like, my friend like, so what are you doing tonight? I'm like, I'm doing the bombing run. She's like, what? People at the show were like, what? I'm like, it's comedy. They're like, comedy. I'm like, it's really called the Bombing Run Game Show. Never mind. Yeah. But I think if I were to have my own like Netflix special when it comes to comedy, I'd probably call it Hezbollah. Ha ha. And the motto would be like, where the Muslims never bomb, but the material kill every time. Oh gosh, yeah, I was up late last night. I had to fill in for my best friend shift. She's a stripper.
Mm.
I know some people are like, how are you a stripper? And you're a Muslim and you're all covered up. Because there's a trick to like, by the time I get to my third layer of clothing, the place is already closed. Nobody gets to see anything, I work on 6th Avenue here in Tacoma. If you want to see me one night, I'm known as Jihadi Hottie. And then, place I work at is called Uncovered Girls. Yeah, I have a DVD coming out. Gonna call it Unveiled After Midnight.
Oh.
Don't let the scarf fool you. No, I'm just joking. I want to get myself in trouble. Whenever I'm out, people always want to ask me for my autograph. I'm like, where do you know me from? Some people are like, well, I know you from Love and Hip Hop, Saudi Arabia, or Real Housewives of Afghanistan, or Bad Girls Club for Muslims, Muslim Bad Girls Club. Yeah, I was on there. I don't want to remember that one because that was the first season. I was the one swinging like from the chandelier.
Oh,
yeah, and I was like, I had too much cranberry juice and sparkling water mixed together because I don't drink, but those two drinks make me crazy. And I was just swinging from the chandelier, like pour some hummus on me. Ooh, yeah. Don't wanna remember that, but it was pretty bad. Whenever I do stand up, I'm always nervous on what to talk about because everybody is very sensitive nowadays. You can't say this, you can't say that. People, I'm offended. You get canceled, and I feel like we're canceling the wrong things. Like we need to cancel the things that don't matter. Like my ex-husband, cancel his ass. Cancel him. Cancel him. I can't stand him. Okay? Like people think because I'm Muslim, I hate Jews, or like because I'm black, I hate the KKK and Nazis. No, I hate my ex-husband. That's who I hate. Really? And then like people, their ignorance really comes out when they know who I am, what I am when I, look the way I do. And people will say the craziest things. I was at my job one day and I was going to get something for lunch. And the cook was like, what would you like to eat? I'm like, oh, what do you got? She's like, we got cheeseburgers, we got hamburgers, hot dogs. I'm like, all right, I'll take a hamburger. So she's like, what? I said, I want a hamburger. She's like, can y'all eat that? I'm like, what are you talking about? I can eat a hamburger. She's like, but no, I didn't think y'all could eat pork. I'm like, oh my gosh. Look, just because it has the word ham in it doesn't mean that there's ham in it. And it's sad. She should know this because, she's a cook. She didn't even know the difference between beef and pork. That's really sad. So, yeah, so that's my life. And thank you guys for putting up with me. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Twoscarves, everybody. Yeah. And Twoscarves, where can we find you on social media?
I'm Twoscarves on YouTube, Dusti Jewel, Dusti Jewel on Instagram, and Dusti Twoscarves Jewel on Facebook. I know that's a lot, but yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Twoscarves. It was awesome. And Judge Juggernaut is not wasting any time tonight, folks. They're ready for the next combatant, our third for game number 2. So I want you to please welcome to the stage Ryan Jobs, everybody.
Woo! Thank you very much. I must say that I saw 2 scarves in a strip club sitting next to 2 Chainz. She was not wearing the headgear. She's wearing a mini skirt and Uggs. So I think it's all for an act. But I do, I do appreciate the producer having a Jewish person, a black person, and a Muslim person on this particular run. This is probably going to air for BET After Dark, which is great. So I do appreciate that. Apparently, you did get the memo because the first portion of the show was all cis straight white guys. Someone got the memo to diversify your portfolio. Unfortunately, Silicon Valley Bank didn't get that memo as well. But yeah, so my name is Ryan Jobs, a content creator. I do have a comedy special out there. It's called I'm Just Here to Get Canceled. I feel like cancel culture is like COVID. We're all going to get it. And so just letting you know, I'm going to say some things that are going to offend some people. Like, why do black people like eating soup? It's the only time you can drown a cracker. Now, I would like, listen, for the audience, I would like to point out that I did not use the hard R. And also, when we're talking about pronouns, cracker is universal. All my life, I've been salty. I identify as a saltine cracker, so it's very, very universal. And speaking of the Jewish guy that's on the show as well, I learned a phrase recently. It's a racially charged phrase. It's a word that you don't ever want to say around Jewish people. It starts with a K and ends with an E. Kanye, Kyrie. If we're talking about cancel people that we don't care about, cancel that guy. Yeah. So listen, I'm just here. I just got so many questions. That's what we do in comedy. So many questions. My question is like, did Stormy Daniels storm the Capitol? Did anybody know? Did anyone see any video of her storming the Capitol? If Trump does go to jail, and I'm not rooting for that. If he does go to jail, does he get congressional visits? I'm just so many questions. Just so many questions. So my actual name is Ryan Scott Kilpatrick. My mom was very gangster when she methodically. My mom's a therapist. She's a psychologist. When I was growing up, she charged me 25 cents every time I didn't speak proper English. Sounds awesome. To this day, I'm $45,000 in debt. But my real name is Ryan Scott Kilpatrick. And, you know, when you put speaking well, good name on a resume, I show up to the job. I'm getting the job. But when I show up, they're like, no, Daquan, we're not ready for you. No, they're looking for like a redheaded, freckle-faced kid. And no, Ryan Scott Kilpatrick, that's me. My mom, as I said, on her way to defend her dissertation, she decided to get 2 master's degrees. She wanted the white man to call her master twice. Listen, that's my mom. And listen, if anyone decides to rush the stage or rush the TV because we're on Zoom, just know my mom is in the audience. She's watching. Hi, Mom. She's from the south side of Chicago. She's not a fighter. She's a shooter. Now listen, we just all have to get to know one another. My dad, on the other hand, was that's a different story. My dad worked for waste management. A couple of years ago, my dad passed away. My dad drank himself into a pulp, drank himself so aggressively, tore his bowel, and could not take a poop for 5 days. And as he was laying right there at the funeral, I said, "Thanks, Dad, for proving Mom right. We knew you were full of shit." Now, my family hates that joke. I think perhaps because I said that at the funeral. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Listen, I'm always trying to get. It's hard to get giggles in this profession, but I'm not against my dad. I love my dad. I have a project called Between Two Perms. For my next project, it's dedicated to my dad. It's going to be called Between Two Poops. I'm going to local restaurants, and I'm going to evaluate the pooping situation. I'm going to do it like Anthony Bourdain. How well is the pooping situation? Do you have wet wipes? Do you have air conditioner? How close is the bathroom to the general population? Is there something on the menu that's going to make you want to poop? And if the pooping experience is bad, you're going to get 1 poop. If the pooping experience is great, you get 1 poop. If it's bad, you get 5 poops because your pooping situation is pretty shitty. My name is Ryan Jobs. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for your time.
All right, let's give it up for Ryan Jobs, everybody. And Ryan, where can we find you on social media?
You can catch me out at KCGENT37 on Instagram, and that lets me to all my social media pages.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Rob Jobs. Ryan Jobs. Change his name. I'm trying to remember every part of it now. Next week it'll be Aaron, and I'll be like, what? That's Juggernaut. They're just tearing through the comedians tonight. I actually know who's Joker Ace for game number 2 is. Joker Ace for game number 2 is Twoscarves, everybody. Yeah. Twoscarves, you are Joker Ace for game number 2. Congratulations. Stay tuned. You're going to go against Joker Ace of the game number 1. We're going to start that here shortly.